Welcome. I want to do a quick little Creator Hive update. For you guys that are new here, my name is Michael Anthony. I'm one of the co-founders here at Creator Hive. And we've been running this company. It's going to be a year this month that we've been running Creator Hive. We also have an agency called HeySocial.io where we create UGC content for brands with our creators. And Creator Hive is an academy where we teach everyday people how to become UGC content creators and make full-time income with it. But yeah, it's been a really interesting start to the summer. I will say that this is the first update that I'm giving, and this is kind of me just being honest and transparent with our current development as a company. But our mission is simple. We want to build the biggest community of content creators in the world. And I'm bringing you guys along for the journey. So one of the things that I am super excited about is that we've started to really dial in our process of getting creators results. And one of the main things that really stuck out to us while figuring this out is content quality is always part of the equation. But a big thing that most creators leave out of the equation is the business side of it, right? So to do UGC, you need to create videos that are good enough. They don't need to be perfect. They need to be good enough if you just want to get started. Now, if you want to make really good money, then you need to create really high quality content because that's where brands are going to want to pay for. But I feel like a lot of creators sometimes get stuck on the content creation piece without really thinking about the business piece. And the business piece is, where do you find the brand deals? How do you negotiate? How do you close the deals and actually make them yours? How do you re-sign? How do you try and get retainers? Those things are as important to the content creation. And uncovering that really allowed us to help our students go from never creating UGC before to landing their first deal in like 3 weeks. And then from there being able to get to the first $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 per month. And it's by combining those two things of understanding that, yes, we need to create high quality content and we need to keep improving. Our content should never stay the same. We should always strive to make it better. And on the other side, we should always strive to become a better business person and understand what's important for brands when they're looking to work with you and how could you negotiate to get paid what you're worth. So now this wording of paid what you're worth is super interesting, okay? And I think there's a big misconception in this space when it comes to market price for UGC. One thing to understand is that the price of a UGC video is not dictated by what the market says. Like there's not one flat rate for one UGC video with one hook and one body and one set of B-rolls with perpetual rights where the brand gets to keep the content forever. The pricing is a little bit different. The way we look at pricing, at least. Pricing is based on how big is the company, right? Because you'll have small companies, you'll have medium-sized companies, you'll have big companies. Now, the small company for one UGC video with one hook and 5 B-rolls, for example, will only ever be able to afford, let's say, $150 or $100. That's their cap. They can't afford to pay creators more because their budget is restricted. Whereas a medium-sized company might be ready to pay $300 to $500 for that. And a large-sized company might be willing to pay $1,000, $2,000 for that. So that's what we need to understand, is that there are different companies that have different sizes and their budgets are wildly different. A smaller company, let's say, that only has a marketing budget throughout the year of, let's say, $100,000, that's $8,000 a month. They need to make sure that all that $8,000 is going to the right places. Now, if you have a medium-sized company that has $1 million a year in marketing budget, that's $80,000 a year, they can start being a bit more loose. Now, if you have a large-sized company that has a $10 million per year marketing budget, that's $800,000 per month in marketing budget. So if they spend $1,000 on one video, it's not even a drop in the bucket. I think we've done a good job of coaching our students this month, and more specifically this quarter, is understanding kind of the pricing side of it, is that if you want to work with higher paying UGC deals, you need to work with bigger brands. Now, if you want to work with bigger brands, your content needs to be better. So if you're just starting out, like, let's just make money and get busy, right? That's the main thing that I care about. But if you're starting to grow out your portfolio and you're starting to get bigger and stronger video examples, this is where we start becoming more desirable and attractive to those middle level brands where now you can start getting 300 to 500. And when you build out your portfolio even more and you start building out really good relationships, this is when you start working with the bigger brands where now it goes from $1,000 to $1,500 per video. That's the main thing about pricing that, I think we've done a good job of communicating to our students this month and just kind of seeing it in their day-to-day interactions with brands and them sending us pictures of their the deals that they're currently working on and us being able to coach them through that, I think has been a really big eye-opener. Because I think a lot of people come into the space as complete newbies and they want to land the retainers, they want to land the high-paying deals, but they have like 2 video examples and, to be honest, they suck, right? And so that's where we kind of come in and we're like, hey, like, let's go and rebuild some video examples. You're going to get them approved before you actually move forward and start applying to brands. And then once you start applying to brands pretty quickly with good video examples, this is where you can get busy pretty quickly. Okay, like for example, I want to share this with you guys. This was actually a message I got from one of our students. I hope you won't mind. His name is Ray. I love working with Ray. So this is an example of, building out strong video examples first, and then going to the platforms. So I'm just going to flip my screen here. So this is what Ray had to say here yesterday. If you guys could take a look at that, he said, killing it, got 4 gigs, 775 total. Really nice gigs as well. Then he starts to mention which brands he was actually working with. But that is all because we had to say, hey, Ray, like you have video examples, they're not that good. I'm just gonna be completely honest. So we need to rebuild new video examples so that now when we get you in front of brands, you're gonna start making a lot more money. And yeah, this is, I think he's like 3 weeks in. It's his first time doing UGC. He was I believe a architect or a interior home designer. I think that's what it was. He was an interior home designer. And yeah, he wants to travel. He wants to get away from his career that he's enjoyed so much, but find new ways of tapping into interior home design and trying to do that through UGC and creating content. So that's been pretty fun, right? So now he's in the process of he's building out his video examples. He's starting to create better and stronger content. Every single brand that he works with, he's gonna build a pretty mean portfolio here in a couple of months, right? Where this will make him so desirable to large scale brands that again, it's the same video, it's the same amount of work. It's just a bigger brand will pay a lot more money for a UGC video than a smaller brand, even though it takes you the same amount of work. And what's cool about this space is that if it's your first time ever creating content, what you're gonna quickly realize is that the first time that you create your video, it's gonna take you the longest. Second time, it's gonna be a bit shorter. Third time, gonna be a lot shorter. Like we have creators now that they've been doing UGC for so long, they can shoot a video in literally 20 minutes that at first would have taken them an hour and a half to do. So that's the beauty of UGC as well, is that you're able to develop the skill of content creation that is so valuable to brands. And what's gonna be a bit of a mind, how can I say this without swearing? Like bit of a weird situation is that when you realize that you land a like $1,000 deal for one video and it takes you 30 minutes. And these videos are actually a lot easier to shoot than what the smaller brands would be asking for you. A lot less revisions, a lot easier of a process. But that's the beauty of growing as UGC content creators, and you now start getting access to those deals. And also then you could have retainers, that the retainers are going to be a lot easier for you as well. And you're going to be getting paid more. That's all because you have just improved and gotten better as a content creator. Okay, so all it really takes, guys, if you want to make real money with UGC, and this is what we're seeing across with our student base, is that if you're just improving every single week for 6 months straight, the money that you will make in this space will be crazy. You'll get much busier than you would have ever imagined, and you make a lot more money than you will ever imagine as well. And that one thing can be just improving the quality of your videos, creating another video example, trying negotiating with a brand, trying on a new platform, being consistent in your applications. All these things, guys, over time pile up and stack up, and with that consistency, you'll make a lot of money in this space. Just want to give you a bit of transparency here of the things that we were able to learn over this last month or two here. This is just Creator Hive updates. I'll be doing them sporadically of where we're at the company, but I think a couple of nuggets that I was able to get from coaching our students that I'd love to share with you guys on this YouTube channel, because I am looking to build this out and build a community here with you guys all about UGC for now. It might be TikTok Shop in the future, it might be just content creation in general, even later on in the future. But I think for me, what's really interesting about this space is that there is so much opportunity. Brands more than ever need content like this for their ads, for their organic content. This is just how they grow their business, right? And so if you can do a good enough job of positioning yourself as a content creator, as a premium content creator, and being in the right places, the right platforms, closing deals, you can make $3,000 to $5,000 per month easy if you're consistent. If you're gonna get to $10,000 per month, this is where there's a bit more work, new skills that need to be developed. But just you of being on the right platforms, being consistent, creating better videos, and closing deals, you can get to $3,000 to $5,000 per month doing UGC. Okay, but yeah, guys, this is the Creator Hive update. This is our first year. We're in 3-digit students right now at the academy. Super exciting. We have 2 new coaches that we've onboarded as well that have a wealth of experience. One of our coaches has done 10K per month with UGC consistently, has helped her mom retire doing UGC, and also helped her grandmother make money with UGC as well. So not only did it work for her, but she was able to teach her mom and her grandmother on how to do this. And if the grandmother and the mother are both able to do it, everybody under the sun can do UGC. But that's cool improvements that we've made up to now. A big push that we're doing right now and getting more content out and really sharing all the good things that are happening within Creator Hive to the world, because I do think that more people should hear about it, just about the opportunity of UGC itself. But we really love what we're doing here, and seeing people grow, and from complete beginner to making real money, or from a creator that's doing about $3,000 to $5,000 per month sporadically. It's up and down, and then finally allowing them to get that predictable income and start getting to their first $10,000 a month is also super exciting for us as well. So ultimately, we just really enjoy this business, and we're just looking to keep growing it and to bring awesome people into our our academy and for us to all keep growing together and, leave a dent on this creator economy at Creator Hive. But yeah, guys, my name again is Michael Anthony. If you're new here, if you found any value, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like the video, drop in the comments if you're part of the academy or if you're outside looking in some of the struggles that you're dealing with. That always gives me ideas of what content to make in the future. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.